Hello, everyone. It's Sharing Creations by Carrie. It's Carrie. Welcome. I have done some projects this week. I decided that I was going to not do what I've been doing and make sure that I had time for me. Oops, phone's shaking. I'm using the old mount. I have in my shopping cart a new mount. I like the second one I got, but you can't see the screen, and the way that it holds it, I can't touch anything to fix it. So the one I looked at is just like the one I have, except it grabs it from the short ends of your phone and not the long end. The one I got right now is the long end. So it makes it so that I can't see my screen, can't touch record, can't do any of that. And I need to be able to set it up so that I can see my surface. So I know I can try to stay in frame. There's the keyword, try to stay in frame. So I played with some epoxy 2 nights ago, and it's now Thursday morning. So Wednesday night I played with some more. I did some testing of two types of resin, and I'm thinking so far I like the one that you have the two parts and you add them together, because I bought this stuff from Temu, and you have to use a UV resin or UV light. Jeez, can't talk. It's been a while. Um, and I followed the instructions. It said to put it on the light 2 to 5 minutes. Well, I did it for 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's still sticky. So I'll show you that in a second. But these are the molds. I think I'm going to make either a charm or a necklace. My client loves owls, and her favorite color is teal, so I put a little bling on the eyes. So thought that was super cute. See, it's even hard. And that is using Mod Podge resin I got from Hobby Lobby. So I really like this. It accepts inks really well, accepts micro powders really well. So, and I still have quite a bit. Those are what, 8-ounce bottles? Yeah, 8-ounce bottles. And I have used quite a bit, and it's still to that part on the bottle. That's insane. I've used it quite a bit. So a little goes a long way. So when I run out of that, I'm definitely going to go to Hobby Lobby and get some. I have some that I'm trying to win in Farmland right now. Same size bottles, the 2-part mixture. So not far away from winning on that one. Fishland. Apparently everybody's having trouble with Fishland, because boy is it being cheap. It used to be Farmland that was cheap to give you any water. Well, Fishland is being a tightwad giving you food. So I'm going to say, close to 50% away from winning Farmland again. And I've been stuck at it's 90 something percent to win Fishland. And it takes forever. They're definitely pulling back everything that hooked you in. I keep adding stuff to my cart, so I have no money, so I'm just adding to my cart, so when I do have disposable cash, I can buy some stuff. But I'm putting everything in that I want. Doesn't mean I'm buying everything, because it's over $300 worth of stuff. So I tend to do that. I will put it in, change my mind, take it out. I haven't done a whole lot of picking out lately. I've been putting a whole lot in. So I'll narrow it down more realistic. So, so this is a color I made with blue and green. I made teal. I literally only have 3 colored inks, and I've made, let's see, 3, 4, 5, I think six or 7 colors I've made so far with just those 3. I've made pink. I think I made red. I've made red, pink, a very light pink. I've made light lavender, a darker purple, a few shades of blue, and a few shades of teal. So not bad for 3 colors. I've also made what I think is like a blackish brown that I did in one of the molds. I haven't flipped it. It was hard to really tell the color when I started adding a drop to, between the 3. It was hard to see what really the color was, but it leaned in the purple end. So we will find out when I pull those out of the molds, but it will not be on this video because they're not set. And I'm going back to work tomorrow night, so I don't think I will have any time to do a video to show you, but I will when I'm off my shifts. I will show you the next time I do a video, which is probably Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Don't know. But I'm trying to get some of me back. And me being in my craft room is getting me back. Because I am constantly, as of late, taking care of everything and everybody except for me. So I'm fighting to get me. So I love this color. So, and that was just done with blue and green to make that color with the alcohol inks. These are the molds that I did tonight. I played with doing a little bit of mixing. So that's got a dark purple in there with, I think it's a lavender or a pink. I can't remember which one. I was just going to town playing. Same thing with that owl. This is, I think it's a lavender, although it could be a pink. These two, I added some other colors into the backside. Someone, and even these, I added some in the center. So I'm gonna see what happens with playing with the multiple colors in one piece. So this ought to be fun. I'm excited and I hope that it turns out pretty cool. I'm learning about epoxy, the alcohol inks. So this is also what I did tonight. Now, if you're going to do this, make sure your surface piece is completely flat. Because if it's not, it does the run together. Like you got here, these all ran together. It looks like it's still happening. These are doing really well, and that's the flattest part of this. Is actually a die cutting plate. I thought that it was pretty flat, and now the more I noticed that it was starting to, the pieces, the dots were starting to run together, I was like, oh darn. And I tried to bend it, and I was making them move even more. So if naturally they're gonna do their thing, I'm just gonna let them do their thing. I don't want to mess with it any more than I already have. But this has got teal, blue, dark purple. I think that's a light blue. There's some pink and teal. This is, I think, a very light lavender and another color, another teal. So it's just plain. What this is attempted to do is my own dewdrops. They're not going to be deep because they're not in a mold to fill a mold. But a lot of your pieces are not deep. They're not domed a lot. So it's technically not a dewdrop, it's a drop. Because if you look at something like any one of like these little pieces, they're not domed really high. Or what else do I got in here? Like your stone pieces, the sparkly pieces. They're not domed like your dewdrops. So, like here, technically your dewdrops have a good dome to them, but then you get these stones right here that are not that high. So I was going in between, trying to make something that's like this, the little 3D diamond for your diamond paintings. Between that, the dewdrops, and your bling. That was what I was trying to do, seeing that I don't have a mold yet. That's in my shopping cart too, multiple types. I also learned that if you add mica powder to your resin, you're going to have to do a seal on it because doing a little bit of research, the molds for food has tiny little holes in it. So it causes your resin with like mica powder in it to be dull. And I had done my first round, had done that, and I couldn't figure out why it was dull. So when you add the mica powder, it won't be as shiny. That's why I couldn't figure out was why the jewelry pieces I made were shiny, but anything I did in a mold wasn't. Well, if it's porous, like an ice tray or food grade, then it's going to be not as shiny. So you can get that resin seal and it'll shine it back up. That gives you more options of items to use. Like if I didn't think that I could use these other molds because it's not for resin, I'm finding a way around that. Because I want to be able to use what I have on top of anything that I purchase. So the other thing is I did these with the resin I got from Temu, which is the pre-mixed one. Well, they're shiny, but they're sticky. And these were put under the UV lamp for 4 minutes, 30 seconds. And they're still sticky. They have a resin sound to them when you drop them, but the top layer is sticky, and these have been sitting for more than 24 hours. And so when you touch them to get them off, it dulls them up. Because I was going to pluck all these off, and then I was noticing that my fingers, when I touched it, was taking the shine out. So I don't understand why that happened. But so far, either the resin's too old, which is possible, but the pre-mix, the two parts I've had for more than 6 months. Not brave enough to try it, but then I was like, I'm diving in head first. Resin is not difficult to use at all. Not at all. I'm having fun with it because it's super easy. So pretty colors. But this, for some reason, they are not coming out the way I had hoped. So that's for this metal tray. Well, I wanted to try it with the two parts. So I'm definitely going to do this again if they're not sticky when they dry. I will definitely be making a bunch of these and hopefully get some more alcohol inks. But I'm disappointed when they bleed together, and that's my fault that I did not make sure that this surface was flat, because I was doing these and then I'm like, well, I want to show you what I've made, But then if I left the tape on here, and the minute you move it, it moves. So I've already moved it way too many times. And so the other thing that I was doing was, because I have apparently more Easter wax seal stamps than I do anything else, which was funny. I didn't realize it, and that I'd pretty much bought spring and Eastery stamps. The bulk of them are Eastery thick. I don't know if you can see. Is it this way? I still haven't put the stuff on them, but wait a minute. I need one more light on. Maybe you can see better with that one more light. Sorry, little man. I didn't mean to scare you. It got little bunnies on it and flowers. Maybe that was a bad color to choose. How about this one? No, it's not very good. Let's see, this one. And I'm not very good at these seals either. As you can see, we got a little tower going on there. Oops, and it's upside down. It's got little bunnies. What else is in there? Tulips. So it looks like it's got tulips and 2 bunnies. So I had a bunch of wax seals, small kit that I got, and we started stamping everything that wasn't related to Christmas. And this one is a bunny with flowers at the bottom. Hopefully you can see it. No, it would be helpful if I would stop doing it down here. Focus. There we go. Got the bunny with the flowers. Let's see. Mangled the crap out of this one. Alright, let's see. He's got the little bunnies with the tulips. Let's see, what else did I do? Bunny with the tulips. This is a gift one that you could use this for Christmas too. And this one is the tulips. Oh, don't do focus games. Let me try that one. Yeah, I don't want to focus. Actually, you can see these darker colors pretty good. Excuse me. And then I have my initial. Did that in a couple of different colors. But I have yet to use these, which is really weird. And there goes the weather radio. Way before it's supposed to go off. Not supposed to go off till this 10 o'clock this morning. And it's not even 5. And there's the cute bunnies. So I had fun doing this. Yes, we're supposed to get nasty storms today. Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, I think. I know Kansas got a tornado yesterday. So the weather radio is going off already to warn us. And I think little man's probably in panic mode right now. So I guess they're giving us a heads up hours in advance. So while I was playing with my alcohol inks, I also grabbed some watercolor paper. It was just a scrap piece that I had cut out from Christmas Day. Put it on the board and started mashing it in. So that's a fun background. And then I did this one, which is I made out of red and blue, turned it purple, and then added some blue in there. And then I did blue and green. Had a little bit of fun with my alcohol inks, which I seen Miriam Emerson do a while back, and really was excited to try that. I really want a bunch more alcohol inks because they are fun. You can make background paper in a split second. Okay, so I made some cards that using my dies. Jeez, dang things in the way. Did he just say, oh my god, did he just say hail the size of golf balls or baseballs? Oh, God. Sorry. So I had a flower die. So I kind of put together one die and then a different one at the bottom. Used the banner letters. To spell Happy Easter. I had these little pieces that I have not used yet, which are little flowers. And it has pearls, and then it has gold pieces that you can put in the middle. And this one, yeah, those are pearls to put in the center. I didn't want to do gold. So then I had a little piece of little flatbacks and miscellaneous things that I got from Temu. So I put it on top. Here I made a very small rosette. Very small rosette. It was a baby one. I've never made one that small. And it turned out cute. So I'm definitely going to try that again. And then this one, I had the little bunny pieces. And so I colored the bow on this one so that it wouldn't blend in and kept that one pink, light pink. Added a little butterfly, added a little flower, found another sparkly piece in my Temu stash, added it to the card, cut out the leaf dies. This one's the other die that I did. And then just attached the little bunnies on the card. Oh, big deal. This is all striped paper. It's not a flat paper. These are striped paper, strips of paper that you would use for rolling. And I glued them all down and then did this on top. So took those, I'm doing them paper strips, cards. This is all different strips of paper, not one solid background. Same for this one. These are stripes. This one I cut on the edge for a clean cut. This one I folded over the side. So you would get the stripes on the side view too. Just tried different ways to do it. Then I made these. Oops. Made this card. I already have envelopes ready with them. Made this one. The Andy Warhol kind of look is what I was trying to do. I did it similar in darker colors. Couldn't remember until after I was done with the video. But it's doing the Andy Warhol. You may not know who he is, but he basically did the contrasting colors to each other. So that's what that one is. This was one of the easy ones. You're just cutting it out. And pink, yellow, blue, and green to flip them. So it was one die, so I had to go back and forth to the machine a few times. And I was cutting the wrong things and the wrong colors. So that one was a little over the top. And then I made these. I had two faith dies, one with the cursive F, one with the cross type F. And then I had this die, which I had already assembled this prior, so I just took it out of the envelope and used it. And then did one with the white and then added some dewdrops. So And the last card is this one. I had made this flower a while back, and I was like, you know what? It's just sitting in there. Let me use it. And then threw one of the bunnies on it. And it's cute. And then I dug in my word dies. Love, hope, faith. It's okay, Okie. It's okay, Oakley. You are right, Needle Man. And the clinging begins. Thanks, Weather Radio. I had found this paper in a book that I got from Walmart, and it was the exact same colors of this flower, so I was like, whoa, that just made it a whole lot easier for me. And so that's the last card I made this week. So had some fun with these. Hopefully it inspires you to take some risks and have some fun and not be afraid of anything that you try. It's really funny because I was watching Steffi Creates today, and she was doing a different type. It's like a ceramic resin, and my OCD was going crazy because it's messy. She had it all over her hands, and she was making beautiful pieces. But it was just like, oh my gosh, all that powder and flaky. I have OCD. When it comes to my hands, if the textures, if I get something on my hands, I can feel it, and I have to go wash my hands. So I wash my hands a lot when I craft. If I can maneuver in gloves, I'll use the gloves. But if I can't, then I'm back and forth in that bathroom washing my hands. And so she thought it was funny. I thought it was funny too that I was panicked by the mess she was making and it wasn't even touching my hands. Really funny. So here is my adventures for this week. Go for it. Try what you have. Have fun. And I will catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.